tomorrow, September the 11th, 2021, will mark the 20th anniversary of the most audacious and vicious terrorist attacks the world has ever recorded. 4 airplanes hijacked by 19 suicide bombers headed for targeted landmarks in the United States. 9/11 is not just a story of an event. It is a phenomenon that has shaped the world so very differently. It was a series of coordinated attacks by terrorist group Al-Qaeda, led by Osama Bin Laden, recorded fatalities were about 2,977, with over 1,000 reported missing and never found. The devastation sent an overwhelming feeling of sadness through not just the United States, but other countries across the world. 20 years after, we reflect on the anti-terrorism war around the world. And UK-based security consultant Femi Aratokun-Ale is in the studio to discuss this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this 20 years after, and we are, reflecting on the war on terror across the world, and it is also coming on the heels of the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan. And all of it. And, the question is, what does this say about the global war on terror, basically?
Let's start from this very angle. 9/11 attacks shaped the world and gave back to so many security projects around the world, and we are still dealing with it today. It's never going to be a day that they will not remember it. If any tourists should go to America today, to New York per se, everybody want to visit the ground zero. They want to see what it's like, what has happened there, how it happened, what led to it. So many stories are still not yet to be answered. So many questions are still there, not yet to be answered. And again, the question is, are we winning the war or we're losing the battle? Yes, in some aspect we are winning, but in some area we are losing it.
In what ways? Break it down for us to understand.
Okay, well, if you want to see how we're winning the war, there's so much awareness in terms of security around us everywhere we go right now. We're so scared. We want to see who is talking to who. So many background checks before you even get employed, and some other few things. Even on our roads, workplaces, and, religious places as well. So many worship centers, shopping places, and everything. The question is, how safe are all these places right now after 9/11? Some places are safe because they are being proactive in doing the right thing, while some people are still, reluctant in doing the right thing. Perhaps that could be the business owners or policies, not being well maintained or enforced to make sure that we are safe as a whole in the whole world.
Speaking about safety, there are those who believe that the focus should be shifted now from the issue of 9/11. Rather, it should focus on what wasn't done to ensure the safety of U.S. citizens at the time before the attack happened, because there were intelligence reports that the president at the time did not take seriously, according to them.
Well, agreed. We could give a part of, yes, there are some mistakes being made, and they've learned from their mistakes, and they are not ready to go back to a history of making mistakes again. Rather, they are now working on what we learned, how do we move on from there, how do we curtail so many things, how do we contain so many things. These are issues they are dealing with right now, and I think they are dealing with it decisively. But coming back home, what have we learned from 9/11?
Of course, we'll come back to what we have learned from 9/11, because what they are saying is, what have we really done, or what could have been done? I mean, over 2,000 persons died.
I agree. You see,
aren't they lives that the president who swore to ensure the safety of citizens should have taken seriously? What do you do with intelligence reports?
I agreed. I quite agree with you. There are so many flaws are there to be seen, and they are still dealing with it. They have their own intelligence, and they have a way of dealing with stuff. And this is exactly what the point is, that it is now a collective effort. It's not meant to be one-sided effort issue right now. We should need to sit down together and see how best we can deal with this issue and bring it down to the table.
Now, we recently saw Biden, just I think last week, ordering the declassification of the 9/11 documents before the 20th anniversary. And I'm wondering, what you make of this move by
Well, it's just trying to, we're trying to have an open and transparency issue here that, look, let us just disclassify everything, what has happened, let people know where we are, what we've been doing, what we've done wrong, and policies that they think then are good but are not good policies. Now, how do we move away from these policies and try to, re-amend issues so that we can move forward in life?
But most of the Americans, from reports that we see, are not happy with this direction. For them, they feel that the president might be trying to hide some things.
Well, I don't think Joe Biden as a president is trying to hide issues. Rather, there are some classified issues that you can't just say out, because when you say it out, the knock-on effect is not going to be what you're expecting, because people will react negatively while some will react neutrally and some will react positively about it. So we need to find a balance around putting information out there for the consumption of the public.
Absolutely. Earlier you mentioned what we have learned from this matter as a country, because since that event in 2001, the world has been reeling from, activities of terrorists. And Nigeria is said to be ranked at the third country. When you look at the Global Terrorism Index, Nigeria is ranked third after Afghanistan and Iraq, respectively. And I'm wondering, from the level of insecurity in the country, what do you think that we have learned any lessons at all?
We've learned. So much has been done. However, let us look at it this way. 9/11 attack gave back to so many security classes in Nigeria. 9/11 gave back to awareness in terms of security in Nigeria. But the key question is this.
Is that enough?
It's more than enough for Nigeria to have moved on very well with it, but the question is, people are handling issues in a very weak way.
If you are aware, why would you handle something weak when
because when you have some incompetent people dealing with security issues, which are meant to be sensitive issues, what do you get? You get zero. So my point is, we have people that really want to work to support the government to make sure that, yes, security is top priority, but we have policies that are just putting it down that no, it's not going to work. Perhaps due to selfish reasons, or perhaps due to gains that is coming down to them, but they're not looking.
When we are losing lives on a daily,
yes, but you can see it happening every day. We bring up policies, we bring up different kind of training programs. It's not working. Look, people want to do, but the government body policy is just a negative one. Let me bring one to you. Anti-Terrorism is a very good project, but do you think they have the right training program? No. Lagos Neighborhood Safety Corps, they are there. Majority of a lot of people, youth, are ready to work there. Do you think they have the right training? No. So we want to do, but the government policy is saying no. So that means they have a way of doing their things. This is why I can say that we have learned so much, but we're not putting it into practice, according to 9/11. No, we're not.
Right. And so what are the implications of this if we have learned and we are not doing what we should do?
The implication is just around everybody. Insecurity is now on the rise in Nigeria today. Not only in the north, not only in the east, but everywhere. You cannot say you want to travel within your area, probably maybe from Lagos now to Lagos Island around 8, 9 o'clock. The moment there's dead traffic, you know what is coming straight to you. That means there's going to be all these pocket attacks around your area in the traffic. So that means we are still not dealing with issues. Tiny little issues will form what will make people think of security as, what are we really doing? I'm only just using Lagos. Ondo State is there, Osun State is there, Ogun State is there. Different states with different insecurity and security challenges that they are not doing the right thing.
Have you engaged, because you have said that as a security consultant, this is your field and you have tried to, perhaps speak or something. People want to work. Yes, that's the word you said.
Yeah.
But have you engaged perhaps to this state government at any level to say, you know what, I want to come up with something that would improve on the security of your environment, that would improve on the security of your state, and they said no?
Let me bring you back one step to what we said before, this classification of information, right? There are some information that, yes, you're not meant to put out to the public because the public will ask questions.
No, because
yes,
right
that's
now,
exactly what I'm saying.
You are saying, you're invariably calling them out for saying that they are not doing what they should do in terms of training.
Yes, I'm not really calling them out, but I'm just putting it straight out there for everybody to understand that the problem we're facing today is the government policies and body language of the government, that they are not doing the right thing. Yes, agreed. I did say it, and I'm saying it back again, that if people who are ready to work are given the right tools to work, they will do the job. However, they've not been given the right tools, they've not been given the right training program, and the right training program, people that want to do it are not given the chance and platform to do it.
And so I'm asking you, you have to clarify that matter.
Okay.
Have you engaged any of these state governments and they have said, no, we cannot work with you? Or what did they say? What was their body language?
I, as a person, Femi Aratokun-Ale, I've kind of contacted some agencies. Some are positive, some are negative.
Agencies, not state government.
Okay, let me say state government. Yes, I've contacted some. Some are completely negative because they're like, oh, it's just coming from London. What does it mean about Nigeria? For crying out loud, my name is Femi Aratokun-Ale. I'm a Nigerian. So I know so much. I was born in this country.
Here, so they might feel that because you don't.
I do not live here, but I've been coming here for the past 10, 15 years now.
Right.
So I live here and I work here as well. I have a business here and I've been engaging with police officers.
So you understand the terrain.
I understand the terrain more than anything. I've been to Borno State. I've been to so many places. Even when it was boiling hot, I was inside it. So I know what is going on. And I can tell you for a fact, we are not doing enough. The security operatives want to work, but they do not have the tools, they do not have the welfare, they are not being encouraged to do the right thing. So this is why I said we've learned so much, but we're not just acting on it.
What would it be, or paint us a picture of the right thing to do? You've been saying they're not doing the right thing, and I'm wondering what you think will be the right thing that they can do on the part of government now that will address the level of insecurity that we are being faced with in the country.
Openness is number one. We're not being open towards what exactly we're doing. Give the right welfare to the people working. Boost their morale. If their morale are not being boosted, they can't do anything.
In what ways?
In so many ways. Material ways, welfare ways, educational ways, training, and increase their wages. Look at a common, well, I'm not going to say common, but a normal police officer on the road. Let us look at his dress code completely. Are they completely dressed well? How many police officers can we say have been attacked within the last 2, 3, 4 weeks or a month ago without wearing the proper protective gear? So there's a part of what is causing insecurity, because sometimes they want to work, but when they look at the firepower coming to them, they will run away. Why? They are scared of their lives because they've got the family to feed as well, and they've got people to take care of. But the question is this: what exactly is our security department doing in addressing all these issues? It's not just the military, but the police officers, our neighborhood safety corps, our vigilantes, our Motekun, everybody inclusive needs to be given.
These are the ones that are in charge of internal security.
Internal security. If we are well internally protected, external aggression cannot come in just like that. But because we are not well protected, this is why we're having issues that anybody can just come in and bash in us and do anything they want to do. This is one of the key problems we're having. And again, we need to update our training levels. We're yet to do it. I've seen so many ways about so many things are wrong that we're not just doing. But let us just have a pilot scheme, a little project, and let's see how it goes. Look at what happened to your station here, TVC. Absolutely. What lessons have you learned? Have you actually tried to even do any training update so that you can be protected? You will know what to do in case of any attack.
I, as an individual, not being a security person.
Not being a security expert or security personnel, you as an individual, tell me what exactly will you say, oh, okay, after the attack, this is what we've been able to do. This is that. The same thing applies across board all over businesses in Nigeria today. So we have a problem. The problem is we want to do, but we're not given the platform to do it. So this is why we have so much lapses. And in case of America, America is closing the gaps. You cannot just do anything anyhow in America today without being checked. But in Nigeria, it's just a free for all everybody. So this is where we are.
Right. We'll leave the conversation here, Femi Aratokun-Ale, security consultant. So much has been said, and I hope that those relevant persons, stakeholders who have watched to understand that you just called them out and you said you're willing to work with them.
Of course,
and
as
I
I
hope
so.
that they'll come looking for you for
No
the
worries.
right things.
I don't.
All right.
I'm here.
All right.
That's
We'll
fine.
leave the conversation here. Thank you.